Now, Jonh Dumelo has also been in the news. On the 12th of August 2019, he was seen on social media doing some cleaning. And this was actually what he wrote: that I joined a group of ladies and gentlemen this morning to clean up the streets and gutters of Abelingpe with the hashtag I did for you. So he shared this, and he gave a location of Abelingpe, that is Jolu to be specific, and he shared that I joined a group of ladies and gentlemen this morning to clean up the streets and gutters of Abelingpe and the hashtag I did for you. Now, after this post and the fact that the pictures came with it, with Jonh Dumelo with gloves cleaning the gutters and all that, some people have not taken it lightly with him at all. They are saying that, Jonh Dumelo, these old tricks, you want to use it? John, are you sure when people vote for you to win your seat, you are still going to clean the gutters? And again, some people were also saying, why wait till this time before you join ladies and gentlemen to clean the streets and the gutters? A lady sent a message to Jonh Dumelo. I want us to listen to the message attentively. When we come back, we will ask, did he do wrong by joining a group of ladies and gentlemen to do cleaning on the streets of Abelingpe? Did he do wrong? And why are we saying it is an old trick? Why are we even saying that? People are saying, oh, Jonh Dumelo, this is an old trick. Don't really do this because we've gone past this and more. Listen to this lady and we'll come back to discuss this as well. Remember, you can also send your views ahead on our Twitter handle at xylophone1021. Give me a mention. My name is Sammy Flex, or at Sammy Flex on Twitter. And again, you can also share your WhatsApp with us 0266 660735. But remember the hashtag, that is Showbiz Agenda. This is the news today.
Hey, Jonh Dumelo. You couldn't do anything to save Ghana movie industry. You couldn't do anything. You couldn't create anything from your own self to sustain the dying movie industry. So let me ask you, what can you offer your constituency? What can you offer your community? What can you offer Ghanaians as a whole? I'm asking you, Jonh Dumelo. Jonh Dumelo, this your outsmarted and your, tactics way of corner yourself into parliament ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. So old allo movement, so gimmicks be now, oh yeah. I lobby will walk up parliament. Ain't gonna work, trust me. Ghanaians, our eye don't open. Ghana for yen one way. Attend them, story of the fancy man. Osi swedwe way. O koto fiem. O growing anywhere. Me for happy. Ghana for yen one way. Until them canena just say you guys will just be enjoying state money, Ghana money. You go put your hand for your Demry fame. They enjoy Ghana money, and then when it's time for election, you people come and they be doing this alone in this cooking movement. Shy, Jonh Dumelo, this time I ain't gonna work. Trust me. Jonh Dumelo, do you want to tell me that you have to wait to get to parliament before you clean your community or your constituency? Jonh Dumelo, there were a couple of times, there are a lot of times, opportunity, and I'll say who organize the cleaning exercise. Now, even your birthday, I was expecting even your birthday. We do birthday, but so today is my birthday, so I'm gonna organize a cleaning exercise to sanitation. They will be cleaning some dirty places in Accra. You who say yes, you have some massive love for the nation, not because of anything else. You couldn't do all this, but because you want to go into parliament. Because you want to go and enjoy the V9 and V12 and V21 and V20, 20s, whatever, no? See the way you are doing your low movement. I bet you that gutter, one clean it. Hey, and that gutter is not a dirty gutter. Go to Kolegon and clean. Clean all those gutters.
Xylophone FM.
Look at the way you dress and put some glow like a doctor. Hello, posy, for the camera. As so we by him say John Dumelo is cleaning gutters. Oh, for the cameras, for the parliament. One Ghana for you know our I don't open. And they just say it those times where we when a minor day G where we just there people go come they do alone there. Hey, you politicians say this is I mean you guys should learn some sense from this. Some of you politicians, you sit down and enjoy your mind seeker. Fly your children to better places to go and enjoy holidays and all that. Schools, go to schools, better cars here and there. Enjoy your mind seeker. And then when it's time for election, you people will come and be doing your alone movements. And be doing, some of you will even go to the stand say you tend to hairdressers, banku sellers, chow bar makers, wache sellers, ariosu sellers, banfo besti sellers, pure takaye, chef, cooks and what have you. All because of what? Shoe shine in our more politicians. More politicians. Shoe shine in some of you, shoemakers. Some of you tend to shoemakers all because of election. All because you want to win. But after you win the election, oh, head of story. You don't even know us. Jonh Dumelo, I bet you, in case you win this election, you will never visit that gutter ever again. So I got now I don't know trim. I don't even think so trim where I look. You will not even visit that gutter to see say, oh, gutter na maybe trim no. Is it okay? And I say in one time. You will never visit that gutter ever again. Never.
Okay, so 5 solid minutes of the ladies' rants on social media. Again, I want us to discuss this. Really, is she having a point in there? Prof, let me start this with you. Is she having a point? Are we tired of those pranks from politicians, as she wants us to believe?
Definitely, she's tired of those pranks. And why does she even see it as a prank? Because it's something that has been manifesting in our body politics, as the cliche goes. If you want to serve people, and they say yes, you become a servant, and that the only time that word or that phrase manifests is when they are looking for the help of the electors. That's power. And you see them forming keep fit clubs, jogging with them, eating with them, yes, visiting the draft centers, the betting centers, just to identify
the ghettos. I know an MP who took me to, in fact, the very deepest of ghettos, where they sell coke and all that.
Some in their prime will even boost.
And she said, "Ahani winning elections. If we want winning, if we are winning."
Some will even boost that. Look, me mama say me din crofo sika. Ye wo me kra me ntina trotro mu da. Me dey me won tenya dia, but ope power. We no what trotro. You see, I'm a man of the people. You get it? Resident baby otino. Kro hu say bi ne chikra ye ghetto a. Ope power nti. You see, oh, I'm
my ghetto man.
Last night was it Hussein also? Was it sometimes on one muti name no about critical see me take Kanda estate. So such a person me take Kanda about power. I guess if you Nima.
Yeah.
So you see that's the kind of politics we play in this country. But you see, people are also becoming more aware. And when you do this, people will play along. People will play along because they also know what they want. Unfortunately, that's where the politics is heading.
That's where we've gotten to.
Yes.
Fake it, and we also fake it.
No, but if you need people to front for you, to jog with you, some they will not just come and jog and go home. You feed them, and then you give them allowance.
Exactly.
And then when you also win power, they also come demanding.
Also take from somewhere.
Good. So I don't see it as just identifying with the people, but it's a way of getting people to know that, oh, this is me. But for Jonh Dumelo, this is not the first time. We know he's been very active in the NDC, at least from where we sit. He has come out to say I'm part of the NDC, and then whether it's cosmetic or not. But even those who are deep within the party believe that no, this show business just come just for the attention. Last election we saw him hanging flags here and there, and he's contesting at Yawaso West Wogon, and Abelemkpe is one of the notable places. And if you check for the NDC around Abelemkpe area, they tend to garner support. At least some votes there compared to maybe the Legon or East Legon side. So maybe he's also weighing his chances where I can garner the youth there to also get, because definitely whether I like it or not, he may appeal more to maybe the ladies and the youth who are within that enclave. You get, but with the lady, I wish he hadn't attacked Jonh Dumelo. I just
was it an attack?
Oh no, it's another movie industry went to Manyashi, Nafina. Do you get it? Like, let's not.
But obviously these are questions people will be asking Jonh Dumelo. Should he come up anyway?
Does it lie with Jonh Dumelo to save the movie industry?
No, but he will still be called upon to answer questions.
So
about
what's the correlation between seeking to enter parliament and then movie industry dying?
We will look at your success.
No, but
from where you coming from?
Good. And Sam, can you tell me today that Jonh Dumelo is not one of the most notable movie faces or film faces in the country?
He is
globally. No, yes, even let me say globally. Yes, because everywhere he goes, look at his social media presence and all that. He's not a policy maker. He's not somebody who can look. I'm coming to build the industry. He's playing his part. He's an actor.
Okay.
And I don't think even Jonh Dumelo has even produced any movie, as far as I'm concerned. Most of his colleagues moved into directing and production. He's an actor and he's a businessman. He's done his bit. Yes, of course, we may not like his politics. Yes, sometimes I believe that's naive. I would have loved he took his time to learn through the ropes. They get it. But it appears, I'm in a hurry to lead. I don't see that kind of leadership quality in him. But we should also sees where parliament just becomes an escape route, a learning curve for almost everybody who wants to go into politics. And no wonder we have what we are having there, because if you have parliament where remote control, any party that comes to mind today, even if I want to change the name of a university, I know rubber stamp, if I take it there, anybody, once I tell them to vote for it, they'll vote. And we know, and that's the kind of politics we have. But if we're building our politics with people who are seriously independent in mind, we know that we are looking at the national interest rather than what we have. Don't be surprised.
So in wrapping up, do you also think that what Jonh Dumelo was doing was cosmetics?
Oh no, but definitely I have said that. It's cosmetics. It's not part of us. It's not part of us. Most of the time, even donations people make with Camelo made a donation so that will be in the news. But definitely,
they are fake.
Politics is all about relevance, being in the mind. Because for some people even got to know that Jonh Dumelo was contesting for that primaries for the first time with that
through the cleanup.
Yes, so it's a way of getting yourself in the minds of people. Probably he may even be certain he may not win, but look, he is testing the waters. If he doesn't get to win this time, maybe in the next 4 years he's a known face there and would have built from there. So let's give them a slack. It's something that we all know they do. So let's not pick on Jonh Dumelo alone, because maybe it's an art rented person and then bastardize them.
All right, thank you so much. I'm not sure it is Jonh Dumelo alone we are looking at. We are just looking at that act, because I know very soon, especially as we enter 2020, most of these people will be coming to us on the field where we play football on Saturdays. They will come and play football with us, put on jerseys, buy watch and beer for us, and after that they will be taking pictures with us, making us feel at that time they'll be giving you your numbers, their numbers to you when they come on the field. And honorable menya number mo frame me na mo frame we etwamua and I'll bet opiga. So that is it. What do you also think about this? It is not about Jonh Dumelo alone. We are only using his case study for this discussion, but then you cannot let's have your tweets at xylophone 1021. Remember the hashtag, and again on WhatsApp 0266 660 that I have you are next on this. Can't Jonh Dumelo do this wholeheartedly, like real, genuinely he wants to do cleanup?
Okay, Sammy, good morning once again.
Boss, good morning.
Today is the birthday of a very special person. Today is the birthday of
Nana McBrown. That's true.
Yeah, so
very lovable person.
Yes, very, very. May God bless her.
Amen.
As I'm speaking to you, Koso, but you know I have to be here.
I know. You never can be.
So shout outs to her and then a little baby Maxine.
The baby's name is
Maxine.
Maxine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A boy or girl?
Girl.
Maxine.
Yeah.
Hey, out of Maxwell.
No, there's a name Maxine.
Maxine.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yati. Yati.
So God bless her.
Oh, talking about names. The other day when Lucifer came here, he was asking that what is the female name of Lucifer? Someone told me it is Lucy.
Yeah, it's Lucy. I think I also saw it somewhere.
Yeah, someone told us. I mean, the guy asked what is the female name of Lucifer, and you guys couldn't provide. It is Lucy.
But yesterday, me and Ochami Kofi were having some small discussion about this, and he said that Lucifer was the name God Himself gave to His lovable son, His lovable child. So it is not a bad name.
Okay.
Just like the boy said.
Yes, I mean political candidates and their social activities.
Yes, I mean,
that.
For the John Dumelo issue, I think that it is a good cause for him. I side with Prof that the lady could have done better without attacking him. You see,
did she attack?
Yes, she did. You see, in this life that we find ourselves, I mean, everybody has a calling that God has for your destiny. Maybe John Dumelo's calling is not to fix the movie industry. Maybe his calling is to serve as a lawmaker. You understand? So you can't take him on that. So allow the guy, because maybe you know, all of us, we may find ourselves in the wrong profession as we speak.
It can be.
It can be. Maybe from 10 years to come, and some like we will realize where God actually wants us to be. All this we are doing could be just transit points. Yes, transit points to get to the place where we
our destination.
So you can't take him on that. For the cleaning of the gutters and everything, Sammy, that is the mark of a person who is ready to serve. Yes, if you want to serve, you need to set a lot of examples, and that is why politicians tilt towards that direction. You need to let the masses have a certain belief in you, whether it is faking or charade or whatever it is. You need to do it. You can't sit at home idle and fold your arms and feel like, oh, when I go and clean the gutters, people will think I'm faking, so let me sit at home. You lose. Politics is a game of numbers. You need to find a way to get the majority of the people on your side, and that is the only way that you can win. So when you want to serve, what do? You start showing the people how to serve, and that is the only way you get the trust of the people. So for me, I don't see it as anything. Whatever John wants to do, let's allow him to do. Okay. Everybody has this feeling within them of what they want to do, of how they feel about situations, and nobody can change it. Nobody can change that. That is why when you have a friend and he sets his mind on something, you could talk and talk. That is what a person wants to do. When a friend of yours wants some girl and you want him that, Charlie, this girl there, he makes so and so. So one day I'll only be Kasa because of it, because he's not ready to stop. The feeling he has in him, you don't have the same feeling. You could go to the studio, do a song. Sammy comes and listen, and you made Arnold comes, Charlie, banger. Prof comes. Everybody has
an opinion.
That thing. Exactly. So let's allow the man to be. As a matter of fact, I believe that this generation that we have is the generation that can change this country, because we hang between the oldies and the new. We are the generation that are well cultured, because we've seen the internet age, and we've seen when rollers were used as, in car doors. You understand? So we understand certain things. So for me, when people like John set themselves out to get to parliament, I become happy, because I feel That is where the revolution must start from.
I'm not sure the lady is not happy for John Dumelo coming up that he wants a parliamentary position. The problem or the issue of the lady is that the charade, that act of me going to clean gutters with the people of Abelinkwe, should he get the power after cleaning with them, would he come back to do that cleaning with them
when
again?
When he gets the power, he make laws that will favor the community, that will get a contractor or
laws that will clean the gutters by themselves.
Yes, get a contractor to come and do their job. At this point,
why do they do that?
Whether they do or not, nobody can predict what John will do. We can't play God in John's life. Okay.
Remember, it's not John alone.
Yes, I'm just saying we can't play God in people's lives. We need to allow them, because nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. Exactly. What if John goes there and becomes the best parliamentarian ever in the history of Ghana? At this point, we can't play God in his life. So let's allow the man to be. At the end of the day, before you can go to parliament or before you can win power, there are certain things that you have to do. Okay. You need to find ways and means to get the people connected to you. And he has started as such. Okay. I don't have a problem.
Thank you so much. His name is Dada Halfco. And again, you can also join us on Twitter at Xylophone1021. Feel free to do so. Let me say thanks to the socio-political platform or segment on Showbiz Agenda. You can also be part of us talking about political candidates and their social activities. Are they always real or sometimes very, very fake? Arnold, come through now, boss.
Okay. By extension, not John Dumelo alone. Right?
Exactly.
For me, I think his decision to get into parliament is a laudable one.
Good.
We need as many young folks in parliament as possible. Of course, some will go and fail us. Some will become, clearing agents and all. But
where clearing agent means?
I mean, clearing mess.
Okay, clearing mess.
Yeah.
Then they are good.
Clearing mess? No.
Oh,
mess that their own people create, and then they push you out there to go and clear it. So they create the mess. And
I know the person you are talking about.
Yeah,
he used to be a broadcaster, I guess.
Well, I'm not. I'm not talking about who you're talking about.
I know, right?
So we need as many young folks in parliament as possible. Now, the problem the lady has with John and whoever would use that same technique is the modus operandi. How they connect to the people before they get the votes, what they tell the people, what they do with the people, and whether or not they still continue to do it even after they've gotten the votes that they either requested or campaigned for the people to give them. And most often than not, it never happens like that. They come and show face, get into your kitchen, whether announced or unannounced, cook banku with you, go to schools, snap pictures with the kids. Daddy loves little children. Get onto the street, meet with drivers and mates,
drink special drinks for children.
Drink special drinks for children.
Special drinks for children.
Some who don't even take alcohol will try to be taking alcohol just to get people. You see, and the truth is that they know it's a game. They know they are playing on the people's intelligence. It's worked for them, and so they continue to do it. But you say, Sebiu Okwasi Enitia, na Gregu. And there's always a time.
And there is also another one. Say Okwasia Intoshe.
Yentia Sumpreno.
Bakope.
Good. And so there's always a time that people wake up from slumber. And it didn't start from this lady. Not too long ago, an MP went to a certain village, either MP or one of these politicians,
somewhere Konongo area, to
give them bags of rice.
Yes.
What happened to him?
It was for the Muslim community.
What happened to him?
They returned everything.
Good. They returned
the cows, the rice, everything.
The meat, everything.
They chased him out of the community.
Why? Because they said after he became what he is as a politician with regards to that community, he fizzled out. They hardly see him. Nothing is happening, and all of a sudden it's time for us to have a festival or festivities, and then you show up with rice bags. Do you think we can't afford rice bags, or we can't afford goat or sheep? We can borrow if the need be. So you take your things and go. We didn't vote for you to come and be giving us bag of rice or goat. Same way, we won't allow ourselves to be fooled. So you come and clean gutter. Okay, if you want to show me that you really want to serve, clean the gutters for 2 months. Constantly, consistently. Do it. Don't do it once, take photos, splash the photos online, and think that that's all. Don't come to my house, cook banku with me and tell me, look, I'm the people's person. You see, I'm in your kitchen with you. I'm like that with everybody. And then after the votes, you change your numbers. The people don't get to hear from you. Look at what happened not too long ago. Another classic example, where the intern called the minister. What was the response? What was the reaction? People weren't happy with it. One, they said, okay, now that you've gotten votes from interns to become what you are today,
they go to the schools to also campaign. They go
to the schools to campaign. Now you say they can't call you directly, and that too became a whole problem altogether. So it could be game for you, the politician, but the one you're playing the game with could wise up and change his tactics. So they could come for you to get into the gutters with them, all right, take the photos, and they will still not vote for you because they know you are fooling them. You can't come and play on my mind for just a few days and then take my votes, and for the 4 years that you become a minister or you become an MP, nothing happens for us. I think in developed countries or countries that are serious with politics, you wouldn't need to get into the gutter to win votes.
No,
there will be institutions that will take care of the gutters.
Not at all.
In a serious nation, you wouldn't need to give the people a bag of rice because the environment would enable them to be able to afford bags of rice. And so instead of thinking I'm going to win them with bags of rice, you'll be thinking about policies, social interventions, bigger things for big people that will make them feel fulfilled in life. You wouldn't have to cook banku with them. You wouldn't have to visit them at the lorry station. You wouldn't have to go to the schools or hospitals to go and touch the kids, take photos with them and say I am for you and win votes. You'll be thinking about bigger things, doing roads, giving them electricity, giving them potable water. Those are the things you'll be thinking about. But because we are not a serious people, and yes, we are not a serious people because they've done it to us over and over again, and it continues, and they know that is the only way they can get to us. If they come and tell us big things, we even believe it. So they tell you the small things and do that. What is getting into gutter? Anybody else can get into a gutter and clean it. So if you are coming to lead us for a number of years, you should be offering us something bigger than getting into the gutter, because before you came, they were already clearing the gutters. Before you came, the folks were eating their rice. Before you came, 50 Ghana cedis, they already had it. Before you came, folks were cooking their banku and eating. So you getting into the kitchen to prepare banku or sell kose with a cocoa seller should not be the basis for which they should vote for you. But because we, the electorates, are somewhat mechanism.
Sometimes some people are dumb, not all of us.
Good. Because sometimes some of us are dumb. They come and sell cocoa with me today, and because the president or the aspiring president has come low to my level to come and sell cocoa with me, I give him my vote. He gets there and he forms policies that doesn't even allow you to flourish out of selling cocoa. He gets there and he forgets that before you wake up
the
to where
cocoa that he came to sell with you.
Yes.
Now the policies he is putting in place, they are not even going to support you to sell your cocoa.
Yes. He gets there.
That's a serious line.
And the road that will even make you move from home to go and sell your cocoa and get to work in time, he gets there and he doesn't set policies that will cause traffic congestion to reduce, such that you can wake up very early in the morning, get to wherever you need to sell your cocoa and make the money you have to make so that you can take care of your children. These bigger pictures, they don't look at it. They look at the minor pictures, and that's what we fall for. So if the lady described this as allo, yes, it is allo. For me, I'll feel insulted if you have to come into the gutter and say I should vote for you and I vote for you. It doesn't make sense to me. What are you going to do for me for the next 4 years if you become an MP? What are you going to do for the people for the next 3 years if you become a president? That's what we should be looking at. I can spend a day with you today for you to feel like you're connected to me. But if I sacrifice my brain for that day, I'm going to perish for the next 4 years. That's what it means. If because of clearing gutter today you vote for him, and for the next 4 years he doesn't set any policy that will reflect positively on your life, for the 4 years you are perishing.
That's true.
So we should wise up, Sammy. We should wise up. I think this year or next year's election is going to be quite interesting, because I can see people are waking up. Can't see social media. Yeah, because it's making everything clean and clear. If you are faking, they are saying yes.
The awakening is real. Yes, social media.
And people hitherto would have to go to traditional media to be able to voice out what they feel. to tell their displeasure. Now, social media can get 20 megabytes. You can tell the minister what he came to do that he didn't like in your constituency.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you can actually make a post for people to list MPs who are not delivering, and you have the names there, and we'll also go and read and know. So they should.
For instance, I don't know if you had time to read some of the comments under John Dumelo's pictures, but the comments were not favorable at all.
And I'm sure he will see it.
They were not favorable at all. They were not favorable at all.
No, Sammy, we can't be dumb forever.
Thank you so much. His name is Arnold Mason Levanyon. Link up reloaded here on Xylophone FM 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. And watch out for the top 10 list. That is the top 10 banking songs in Ghana coming up very soon on Link Up Reloaded and Vibes in 5. Chief Charles will wrap up for us, and after that we'll move on to other issues. This is called The News Today, the socio-political segment on Showbiz Agenda. Chief, you are the final speaker, boss.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bob Marley has a song. It says, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool other people all the time. Now we've seen the light.
Get up for your right. Come on. Get up, stand up. Get up for your right. Okay, Kosu.
Anyways, and see, there comes a point where, you know, you can't fool all the people all the time. But as regards John Dumelo is fooling the people by getting to the gutters with them or not is a subject for a lot of debate, and a long one at that. Sammy, there is a political formula for politicians that they use on the masses, and it doesn't matter how long that formula has been around, it is always applicable. And what is that formula? You see, before anybody would give up themselves and say, I'm standing to be elected in this particular area, a certain amount of research would have gone into the grounds. Either they would have realized that the sitting MP or whoever it is there is not delivering or is not performing, or sentiments are against the sitting MP or whoever it is they are contesting. And so they would devise ways. Now it is possible that John Dumelo may have done his research in that area and realize that perhaps the sitting MP is not connecting. It's not connecting with the people. So it is possible that he may feel, or himself and his team may decide that, okay, let's get into the gutters with these people and let's connect. Sammy, you'll be surprised that you could lose your seat as an MP simply because the people don't feel connected to you. You don't come around. So these are some of the formulas that work in politics. People may, stand by and look at it and condemn however they wish, but when you go to the constituency, they have a peculiar need. And once people who are contesting in that area are able to tap into that need, it doesn't matter how foolish it is. It doesn't matter how you see it. It is possible to get them the votes and get them elected. See, in America, a lot of people have negative, sentiments towards Donald Trump. But he has his base. He has his base. And no matter what he does, the base are solidly behind him. John Dumelo did not go into the gutter alone. He was with people. And these are electorate. These are voters. Look, this simple act of service could win someone's heart. The person could say, obviously, the job of an MP is not to go and clean the gutters. Obviously, to make laws. But we don't have that understanding. That understanding hasn't gotten down. When the people come and they show face and they see that, the electorate see that, this guy there, he's accessible. If we have any problem, we can go to him and he may be able to help us solve the problem. That is what gets the votes. So, for the lady, she has an opinion. Like that, of course, we say opinions are like noses. Everybody has one. And she's expressed it the way she feels. Except that in her commentary, you could smell a certain sour grape, or someone who is maybe has a personal issue with John. No, if you listen to this, Sammy,
I doubt
that is your opinion. But when I listen, her tone and the issues she ranted on, sometimes not necessarily related to Jonh Dumelo as a politician, you could tell that maybe one of those ladies where in the past you be Johnny friend, we now be Johnny friend again. So if they won't pull them down in whatever they do. But I
doubt though.
Well, but it's a formula that could work today, could work tomorrow, and I congratulate him for this bold move.
Chief Charles.
Heartbeat of Accra. Xylophone FM.
Okay, so that is the end of the first segment on Showbiz Agenda. It is called The News Today.